All right, in this video, we're going to be looking at the Ghostwriter feature in BrandGhost. I'm just going to walk through a little bit of content creation, and I'm going to get my screen shared right here. So this is BrandGhost, and I have a topic stream that has content for one of my personal brands for software engineering content. So this is a list of posts that go out on a bunch of different platforms. This is for my Dev Leader personal brand. Now, a lot of these are posts that I wrote by hand. These are from myself over the past X amount of time. Like some of these are from April. If I go back even further, some of these from last year, right? If I keep going back, like again, way earlier last year. So there's a lot of posts in here. And these are posts that I write primarily when I'm thinking about them for LinkedIn. So longer posts, not just like a quick tweet kind of thing. And so I have a bunch of these that I've written, and of course, as AI tools have been coming out, I've been, using ChatGPT or other things to try and help me get a little bit more of a creative edge, right? And we've all seen the evolution of these things where we had like I would say, especially ChatGPT in the beginning, where you have things like the vast digital landscape, or like all these ridiculous phrases that people just don't use when they're talking, and you would see patterns like this showing up in people's social media posts and stuff. So anyway, I've kind of navigated this whole thing over time, and I'm sure in the future, anyone watching this video, I mean, even months from now, I'm sure there's things that we're seeing AI come up with in terms of writing, and we'll see within a couple of months. I can't even imagine 5 years from now how far this kind of stuff will have moved ahead. I know right now, like M dashes in writing are one big thing. Everyone's picking on that. Emojis have been a thing for a while with AI writing. But anyway, you're using AI to help, and sometimes it's kind of backfiring. But navigating all this stuff, but our ghostwriter is trying to leverage AI models to help you get unblocked. Now, I am saying this particular way because I don't want to make it sound like our ghostwriter is going to replace people writing content. I don't think that makes sense. I think that it will help you get unblocked. I think that it'll help you get more ideas put together. But I think that no matter what, you're writing in your own voice. We can do as much as we possibly can to, help you get most of the way there. But I think you should always review and edit what you're looking at. So our ghostwriter is available. You can see that I just popped it out here. I'm going to press this generate button, and you can see that we have some topics provided, and you can enter your own, but these are topics that are coming from this topic stream. So this one is, like I said, on software engineering content. Most of the topics in this one are, I would say, like career related, or how to sort of work as a software engineer. They're a lot less specific around a particular programming language. There's like a couple of posts like that, but there's, like you can see, there's 177 posts just in this topic stream alone, not to mention that I have plenty of others. So the topics that we see here are some that are pulled from the latest posts in the stream. But when it comes to the knowledge base that's going to be used by BrandGhost in this ghostwriter, it's going to pull content from plenty of other places in BrandGhost where you have content. So just as a quick note, it's unless you know about my content creation, it might not be obvious to you, but I have the 177 posts that we see here. I also have almost 400 vlog entries that have been pulled into BrandGhost as transcripts. And those vlog entries are roughly, 15 to 40 minutes, depending on it's from commuting. So 15 to 40 minutes of just me talking about software engineering. Those transcripts are pulled in. So if I want to go talk about a particular topic in a post, I can leverage BrandGhost to take those ideas, take a group of them, and then try to make posts that are, in this case, it's going to sound hopefully mostly like I talk, because transcripts are literally me talking, right? So let's go back to BrandGhost here. I'm going to pick, let's see, seeking feedback for growth. I'm going to use post templates, and I'm just going to pick 3 of them here. And let me move this over because I realize my head's blocking. But The post templates are a feature that we have that are, it's kind of a weird thing to think about, but the templates are literally like the shape of the post, right? So if you are familiar with creating content online, generally like your first line is a hook, right? You want to get the reader's attention. You might be using bulleted lists or doing storytelling in a particular way. So it's sort of like a shape that the post follows. And so I'm going to be using post templates. We don't have many of them loaded up currently at the time that I'm recording this. So we might even see that with 3, I might get unlucky and it's going to select a similar or the same template and generate content for it. But there's another option that we have available, and that would be that I can take the existing topic stream posts and then I can select some at random to follow whatever shape they're using, right? So if you don't like our templates and you don't want to add your own and you're just content with the content you've been making, we can leverage the same style that you've been writing in, and then also on top of that, pull in your own knowledge. So I'm just going to do 3 of these. I'm going to press generate content. This at the time of recording is not going to automatically refresh, but we should build something like that so that you can see it pulling in the content. It should already be done. Let's go ahead and refresh that. And I should have 3 more entries. So it went from 177 to 180. And then it made 3 more posts for me. Now, I'm hoping that I can go read these and we can go edit them and we can go make sense of them, because I just want to show you how I might leverage this as a content creator. Like I said, with the templates we have now, they might not be ones you want to use. I don't know this one in particular yet. So let's go see if I scroll down a little bit. Okay, so this says 87% of engineers make this mistake. I already don't love this because I know that for my own transcripts and data that I have in BrandGhost, like I don't know anything that's actually 87%. So I feel like this is a bit of an AI hallucination, or it's sort of being grandiose in what it's saying, right? So I don't know that for sure, but I might change that hook. Did you know that by only seeking feedback on code or projects, you're actually missing out on real career growth? And then it says try this instead. So the template it's following is probably like start with a metric to hook people, and then it's like, did you know? Then it's try this instead. And then there's probably there's a call to action at the bottom. Let me move this over a little bit more so you can see it, right? So what's the most valuable feedback you've ever gotten? How did you act upon it? Drop your thoughts below. So this template does have a call to action. It's a good reminder for folks that, especially on platforms like LinkedIn, anything where you might be having or wanting to encourage a conversation, you probably want a call to action. It might also be the case that you're trying to get people to click on links or go to see a product or service. So your call to action might be to go visit a link or whatever else it happens to be, but you probably want to consider a call to action in your post. But let's see. I don't like 87% of engineers make this mistake. I might say something along the lines of many engineers, and I'll say many software engineers, because again, for me, I'm creating software engineering content. Many software engineers make this common mistake in their career. I can't spell career growth. Dot, dot, dot. You can kind of do whatever you'd like, right? Only see, and then did you know by only seeking feedback on code or projects, you're actually missing out on real career growth? So I already see like, I don't like having career growth here twice. By the way, I'm not editing this video. I'm just kind of doing this. It might as well be live at this point. So many software engineers make this common mistake in their careers. And then try this instead. So I don't know what this is suggesting yet. I haven't even read this. I know it's been on the screen. You might have read it while I've been blabbing away here. But so it says try this instead. So this basically is saying if you're only focusing on technical stuff, you're going to be limiting your growth. So I want to see, this says, ask for personal feedback from peers, leads, and mentees. Don't just focus on the technical stuff. So another quick note, like this has an M dash here. I'm not against M dashes. I just don't actually use them naturally when I type. And I mean the actual character. I do this. I put 2 dashes, right? That's how I I write with 2 dashes as an M dash plenty. But I don't use an M dash character. So as for personal feedback from peers, this, I like the idea, but this doesn't feel quite right to me, because it says ask for personal feedback from peers, but like on what? It says not just technical stuff. Ask for feedback from peers, leads, and mentees. I think what this is hinting at is like maybe communication or what it's like to work together. So I'm going to come back to this one. I like this one. Make your feedback request specific. What's one thing I could do better? How can I be more effective? I like that. Are these normal quote characters? I think they are. I can't tell. I think so. I'm just going to replace them just in case, because again, for folks that are familiar, different AI tools might use like M dashes aren't characters I normally type. Sometimes we'll get quotes that are, I can't remember the specific names of them, but they're directional versus just being sort of your standard double quote. So I like this point. I'm going to keep that seek feedback regularly. After launches, meetings, mentorship sessions are tough decisions. And then I might do something like that, not just at quarterly, maybe not just at your yearly review. I think depending where you work, at least my experience has been that there's at least a mandatory like once a year type of review, usually like performance and rewards for software engineers. I am an engineering manager. This is something I try to do more than just one time in 12 months. So I think like I can fully get behind this point. I'm still not totally sold on this one because I want it to be a little bit more meaningful, and I don't know what I want to put there yet. This won't just help if you get defensive. I don't need parentheses around that. This won't help if you get defensive, ignore uncomfortable truths, or ask generic questions. Okay, I'm okay with that. The goal is accelerate growth and clarity, not vague encouragement or stagnation. I think I want a little bit more on this point. The goal is accelerated growth and clarity. I don't know if I want accelerated. I think just the goal is growth and clarity, not vague encouragement or stagnation. Generic questions get generic answers. And this is actually something like when I talk to software engineers about this kind of thing, I will actually say things like, that's why I really like this one up here about being specific, because I will say if you ask generic questions, like, you know, do you have feedback for me? It's like, you're doing good, right? Like it's, unless there is something that's glaring, it's usually not very helpful. So if you're specific with the questions, I do think that you get better results in your feedback. So overall, I like this post. I still want to talk about this part. Ask for feedback from peers, leads, or mentees. And maybe I'll just say this and don't just focus on the technical stuff. And then this part had like, you know what? I kind of feel like it leads into this one now that I've written it that way. I'm kind of digesting this, right? And this is what I mean. Like AI put this post together. If I wasn't making this video, and I'm being completely transparent here, if I wasn't making this video, I might not have actually written any post today for social media. I have other things to do. This is, you know, I think good insight and visibility into why BrandGhost is helpful. I need to make this video for BrandGhost, right? I want to have more content for BrandGhost. That's why I'm recording this. I also have several YouTube channels. I need to go record videos for those today. I probably would get through a bunch of that and then be like, I don't want to go write posts. I might have a creative block after a day of recording videos and making technical tutorials. So for me to have BrandGhost just come up with this post for me, I'm still editing it, but if I wouldn't have done this, I might not have even had a post at all. So did you know, by only, I think I'm okay with this at this point. And I don't know if I want that at the end. I don't usually say like drop your thoughts below. But this is a text post. I feel I feel okay with that. So we'll go through, click. We do have some other features like adding first comments so you can schedule comments on your posts. This is not something, I want to be very transparent about this feature. This isn't like, so you spam other people's posts and like make pod engagement kind of thing. This is like, you might see this on LinkedIn. There's creators that have large audiences where they will add extra comments onto their posts, like sub posts, for even further engagement. So this is something you can do, or to share other links and resources. So absolutely, this works. We do have auto like and auto repost, so you can, again, especially on LinkedIn, it's pretty common. If you see creators liking their own posts, why do they do that? Right. We have seen some data that suggests if you like your own post, which feels kind of gross, it can lead to a little bit better engagement. So we do have that ability on certain platforms that support it. And then auto reposting. So if you wanted to like retweet a post, or on LinkedIn, there's the repost feature. I think on LinkedIn, we don't do it because they don't expose a direct repost. It's only a quote post. And that's not really that valuable. It's not the same type of thing, but we have those options. And then on Reddit, based on this topic stream, this will go to my Reddit page. I don't want to set a title. It will take by default, it will take the first line that I have. So it'll take the hook, and then I can post to Twitter communities. I don't really want to. I'm just going to post on my own Twitter feed. Save. I have one more post in BrandGhost. Yes, that took, I'm just looking at the time, roughly 15 minutes to go do. But you know what? This isn't a topic stream. This will get recycled over time as well. And that means that I have invested into my content repository for the future as well. So I have 2 more to go through, and I will actually go do those after I finish recording this video and uploading it. And that way I get through 3 more posts. That might carry me through the week because I already have many posts that go out, and I will recycle some of them. So hope you found that interesting. It's just a little bit of behind the scenes for how I might actually go create content, especially when I'm busy doing other stuff. I don't write LinkedIn or social media posts every single day. In the beginning, I was doing it a lot more because I needed to create more content. At this point, though, instead of writing LinkedIn posts, I will spend time recording a video like this. Right. For me, video content is a lot better return on, I call it return on investment, at least more impressions, more views, that kind of thing, different audience types. But I don't want to give up on posting to other social media platforms, having text content and images. So I will do something like you just saw and periodically add a few more posts in. So hopefully that was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check out BrandGhost. And of course, if you ever have questions on BrandGhost usage, drop a comment below. You can join our support channel, and we're happy to help. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.